Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Right now, as we speak, the reggae music have begun in earnest. The question now is, will PDP River State be able to survive this tsunami that is about to take place? As Fubara has brought in his A game, but the question now is it the one bringing the A game? Let's dive into the news to find out exactly what the courts are doing in River State. But before we go to the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has declined an ex parte application filed by Edwin Woko, Nelson Dike, and two others seeking to restrain the chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in River State, Aaron Chukwuemeka, along with other members of the state executive from parading themselves as party leaders. Presiding over the matter, Justice Stephen Jumbo refused to grant the ex parte motion directing the plaintiffs to serve notice on Chukwuemeka, the PDP national chairman, and other parties involved. The judge instructed the respondent to appear before the court to justify why the motion should not be granted. Now, the case was adjourned to December 10th, 2024 for a hearing on the substantive motion. Addressing journalists after the court session, counsel for the plaintiffs, that's Bruno Mbayeri, provided insight into the court proceedings, emphasizing the legal basis for the application. In an interview, Edwin Woko, one of the plaintiffs, alleged that PDP stakeholders and principal members in River State had on September 28th inaugurated an interim leadership structure with him at the helm of the affair. That's during that time Fubara and Wike were dragging PDP leadership. Let's continue with the news. Now, this group comprises himself, Irian Naikakche Morris, Nelson Ndubisi, and Inyebuchi Dike, was actually reportedly set up to act as party's interim leaders until an inclusive Congress is held, following the expiration of the tenure of the Chukwuemeka-led executive. Woko further claimed that the Congress that produced Chukwuemeka and his executive committee was conducted in violation of an existing court order, rendering it illegal. Bakam. Our application before Honorable Justice Jumbo is explicit. We are going to the court to restrain Honorable Aaron Chukwuemeka and his co-travelers from parading themselves forthwith as the ESCOs or executives of River State PDP. That my own ESCO, Edwin Woko, we are the valid, authentic ESCO members of River State PDP. So, we are praying that Aaron Chukwuemeka and his co-travelers, having completed their 4 years tenure, they should pack their load and go and allow this party to have a fresh air. Recall that the PDP had proceeded with the congresses in River State despite an interim injunction barring the conduct of the exercises. Remember, before the build-up of the local government election, in fact, all of this began during the election of the local government chairman, of which the then CTC caretaker chairman, committee chairman, then inaugurated by Fubara, that are now the chairman now, elected chairman, were in PDP. And they wanted to get the form. And they know that they won't be able to get nomination form because the ESCOs that were existing then were very much loyal to Wike. And there is no way, if they're running their primaries, that they would emerge. They won't get the party ticket. And hence, Fubara wanted himself to be as the governor of River State, and PDP is the River State PDP state. One expected that he should be the chairman by default. Of course, he wasn't made the chairman, which means if Wike is still holding the structure and Wike is literally the leader by default, it means whoever Wike appoints or nominates is going to emerge as the government chairman, which will not be favorable to Fubara. So Fubara, then the back and forth, they were like, what did they do? What would they not do? That's where this court injunction started. They said, okay, they should not hold Congress, because if they hold Congress, they'll be able to get an ESCO. And that period to ESCO was supposed to emerge because they're about closing, rounding off their 4 years tenure. If they successfully hold their ESCO meeting and nominate the new leadership, it will not favor Fubara. So they had a restraining order. Fubara's side had a restraining order stopping Congresses from holding in Wike's as at that time in PDP, of which Wike personally came down to oversee that Congress, going against court injunction, barring them from holding Congress. So if it is that same Congress now, and now because of that Congress and all that, it had even went further, deepened the crisis in PDP, of which Wike needed that Congress recognized. But in the process of trying to make the Congress to be recognized, the election was slated for 5th of October. Wike here and his people were unable to feed their people because they wanted a situation where they will restrain INEC and RISEC from conducting the election, giving life to the Congress, so that at the end of the day, this CTC chairman will not have form, will not have any platform to pass. Even if they enter APP, PDP had structure. They win them overwhelmingly. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't stop RISEC from holding the election. So when the election held, PDP did not field any candidate because it was a back and forth situation. Now, they still needed that Congress to be recognized, so that with that Congress being recognized, and by default, Martin Mohile is also being recognized as the factional leader, now becoming recognized as the true leader of the true speaker of the assembly, they can now easily impeach Fubara. So Fubara had taken a 1-0 big lead by ensuring that his APP guys by default won. They are now the elected chairman, undisputed. But there is a snag. Because of this interim Congress, that as in people that they brought in and all that, the Congress, some persons already are now saying these guys are not recognized because there was a court injunction barring them from holding that Congress. So the legal battle has begun. Back and forth. Your Congress was not recognized. It was factional. No, PDP Congress was not accepted because it's not all inclusive. A lot of PDP members did not participate. And now, the party order is now trying to fly up, down, and center. It's getting interesting. In all of this, PDP is getting busy. If PDP is not careful, they may not even feed any agent, because if their state chapter is not settled, there is no way they will be able to feed a candidate for, who knows, maybe Fubara may end up porting to APP. Just speculating. Let's go wrap it up. Let's put in that conversation.